Hi, welcome to Daily Records. I'm Tommy Burton, and today's album is a little bit of a mystery. It is an album that I can say something about the album itself, but as far as the artist and everything associated with it, I don't know a whole lot. This is Garland Frady and his album Pure Country. It was released in 1973. Now, it was released on the Countryside label. You see the little orange there. Now, Countryside was a label that was founded by Jack Holzman of Elektra and Michael Nesmith of the Monkees. Now, a lot of you probably know I'm a big Nes fan, so that's my association with the album. Michael Nesmith, I believe, produced this album for Countryside. What they did, they built this label. Jack and Nes built this label up. And it was a country label. It was designed to be a country label. And so this album, Pure Country, is just that. This is this gentleman, Garland Frady, and I don't know a whole lot about him. This is the one and only album he did for Countryside. Now, there are a couple of albums, according to Discogs, that came out later. A tribute to Johnny Rodriguez, a tribute to Charlie Rich. But this is the band, or this is the album that his sort of major album. Now, there's a song on here that I think got a little bit of legs on here. It's called "The Barrooms Have Found You." He does do the Michael Nesmith song "Silver Moon," and he does stuff like "Tennessee Waltz" and some things like that. "Teach Your Children," funny enough. But you know, it's a sort of a country take. Now, the photographer is Norman Seeff. And actually, the designer of this album is Dean Torrance, Jan and Dean, Kitty Hawk Graphics, who had a lot to do with a lot of album designs in the early 70s. And the album features the studio band that from Countryside, which Nesmith later employed on his Pretty Much Your Standard Ranch Stash album, which is sort of his big foray into country. There's another photo of Garland. Pure Country. We'll get a look at the label here, the Countryside label. Not many records were released on Countryside. The pretty much from what I understand, as soon as it got kind of up and running, it went belly up. And so there's only a couple of years where the label was active, and the albums are kind of rare and worth seeking out. This one you can find. It's out there, but I know that Red Rhodes, the pedal steel player, has a Countryside album out. And like I said, the band was pretty much the same. You had Dr. Robert Warford, who played guitar, Danny Lane on drums. Not Denny Lane, Danny Lane. Several of these guys were on all of these records across the board. And also this album features some vocals by Linda Hargrove, which a lot of you know, the country singer who had some hits in the 70s. But this is Pure Country by Garland Frady on the Countryside label. Fans of Michael Nesmith, and particularly the country period, might be interested in an album like this. So that's today's Daily Record. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. You can also see what I'm spinning on there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks to everyone that's been watching. And in the meantime, I will see you tomorrow with another Daily Record.